Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Aquarius for April 2022. Keep in mind it's a general message, my friends, so take what resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, and remember that no matter what messages come through, what Spirit has to offer, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom, it's personal power, and my friends, it's something that only you can do because this power lies at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet, so you can use that power wisely. For all my subscribers, I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like this message resonates and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe, join this journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. So before I get into the cards, I'm just going to take a moment to call in Spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, as well as any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective. I ask them to join us now. I'm also hearing someone's team of angels are coming. So it could be mine, but there is a team of angels on board with us. So all of these messages I ask to be brought through for the highest good for the entire collective. I ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect me. Any of you who would ask for it and our loved ones, as well as to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for the highest good for all of us, but the most far-reaching, and again, just top-notch, I can't say that, notch messages today. So hopefully this does touch you. I feel like it'll resonate on a soul level if it does. Now, before I get started, I kept wanting to say October when I was getting stuff ready, and what I felt like the Five of Swords flipped over in the Steampunk Tarot. So just this could be a side note or something to think about from what I'm hearing and what I heard was October, and there could be changes. It could be changes in the way that we're thinking or changes happening now. We're really going to see things come into fruition in October, or there could be some tie. So just for some of you, it could be a past October. It could be the one coming up, but the Spirit's like October, and we're very adamant you need to tell them. So before I get into this, again, if it doesn't resonate, let it go. Don't dwell on it. I feel like in October you'll know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to start you off today with a little spiritual advice for the Messages of Life Oracle by Mario Dugue. And we got a few here that actually popped out, so I'm going to take them. And they want me to show you the bottom of the deck, but I cut it. So the bottom here is truth, and the other one is welcoming happiness. And I first and foremost feel like I want to show you these self-love. When we accept our divine truth, when we accept the truth within our heart with an open heart, right? When we just decide, you know what, all of these aspects, all of these parts of me, they're me. And I'm going to welcome myself back to me, welcome myself back home, and start loving myself and all my attributes. And you know what? When we find little faults and when we find things that we know, you know what, I really need to work on that, there's some healing that needs to be done, we do this with self-love, and we do this with grace, realizing we're only human. So I think it's going to be really important for you throughout the next, and this is where I feel like this could be where it's coming into October, because all of these things, all of these practices that we're putting in and all these changes in motion that we're engaging in now, we're really going to start seeing this by October. So before I read into the Spirit's reminding me of, they're saying not to be short-sighted with your goals, okay? And to just think that just because something may seem daunting or seem like a really, really big task now, not to underestimate the power of consistent effort. So they don't have to be huge things that you're doing. It's just consistent effort. They're giving me workout stuff because that's where I'm at right now. But I'm coming up on, I think on like the 28th, 29th, like almost one whole year of getting back into working out and bringing my health back up. And I feel great. I feel a lot better, and I'm excited to see where this year ahead is going to take me. But this is not about me, but it's also like, I remember a year ago, there was no way in heck I thought that in the world I'd be working out 6 days a week and taking one rest day and thinking that that was normal. And here I am where I finally hit that spot, and it feels really good, and my body thanks me for it, and it's almost craving it. This is that long-term goals, that just because it's difficult at the beginning, you know, those first few weeks, those first few months when you're really, really sore, those times when you struggle for motivation, regardless if it's workout or what it is that you're working towards, whatever this is that we're working towards, whatever the small efforts are, right? Your gains are coming. So again, they're saying don't be so short-sighted, don't give up. And this also comes down to another weight loss analogy, but it works for so many things. Just because we don't see the scale move doesn't mean we're not making progress, right? And some of you as well, they're like saying, well, just because we only saw a couple pounds move doesn't mean we're not making progress, and not to compare your progress with someone else. So this could be career-wise, this could be work-wise, health-wise. This could be a lot of different things for you, but Spirit's saying it's time to welcome happiness just as you are in this moment. And while we're goal orientated, we're focusing on the here, we're focusing on the now and the small things we can do to get towards a big goal, so that we're not focusing so much on this huge goal. We are too restrictive with ourselves, and that's all we think about. We need to stay balanced with our motivations as well, because you're going to accomplish this. So we need to really pay attention and hone in on the truth within our hearts, the truth within our souls. The truth is found within me. I listen to this divine force that comes from my inner self. When I put aside my controlling mind, I discover all the answers I'm looking for. I am in harmony with myself, and I welcome the love of God, the power that will guide me towards my fullest shining radiance. And this is your truest self with that open heart again. And welcoming happiness. Divine love manifesting in me, through me, and around me attracts all that I need for the greatest benefit of my soul. As I work to increase my inner light, I become the emanation of love and joy. Thus I reap the happiness and beauty of all that I have sown. And what I heard in that is you're going to make yourself proud. Whatever you're working towards right now, when you finally hit that mile marker, so to speak, you are going to be so proud of yourself. And I heard, like, if you are struggling for motivation, I'll give you a little bit of a tip on what I've had to do. Some of those days where I really didn't want to work out, or I didn't want to do the long one, I had to remind myself, girl, you're going to be so proud of yourself when it's done. And it was, right? So there's where this is seeking my own validation, and there's where we have to hold ourselves accountable to things, but give ourselves grace, so that if you miss a day or you miss something, this isn't something that's going to completely derail our track and we go back to zero. It's going to say, all right, yeah, I slipped. Next day, next meal, back on track. So self-love. I love myself and accept who I am as I am. It is not my ego that I love, rather it is what is divine in me, the purity of my being. I take the time to care for myself and enjoy life. In doing so, I stop searching for the external things that create only an illusion of fulfilling my emptiness. And this is, as again, finding that thing that makes us happy, that brings us joy, that following our truth, and knowing that the more we give ourselves love, the more we're attracting that abundance and fruitfulness into our worlds. And as well as, I feel like this is really staying in the present as well. So we have beyond my creative power, everything changes, and I am free. And I feel like beyond here, I'm going to read you quickly. It says, I rise above the worldly illusion of fear. I always have the choice of how to live each step of my life. I therefore choose to live each situation in the light by turning my thoughts towards God. By living beyond the illusions of the material world, I enter into simplicity and peace. I am free. From now on, I am free of the duality, fear, judgments, and people that may prevent me from moving forward on my path to inner peace. I listen to my heart, the veil of my ego is lifted, and a vision of my new life appears to me. I am focused on my inner growth, and I remain steadfast in the energy of love. I recognize, so my creative power, I recognize the power of my thoughts. Do I use those thoughts to build or destroy? I choose to create my universe filled with and surrounded by joy and harmony. I will remain a positive attitude and let no one or nothing discourage me. I create love and peace, and you do. And there's something else, what I was thinking about this is, Again, there's changes needing to be happened, and it's time to welcome in the freedom to really accept ourselves just as we are, to be free of the duality and the fear and the judgments and the people that may get in your way and stop you from being who you are. There's a lot here because I feel like it's saying, you know what? Everything changes. We do have the power to create universes and destroy universes with our words and with our thoughts. And when we're working towards our goal, again, these tiny little movements forward, sometimes we may start to self-sabotage ourselves. Instead of being like, you know what, my consistent effort will pay off, and just, we need to really have faith in that. Some of us may get, again, to that place or our mile marker. We haven't hit it as fast as we want, or we're comparing our mile marker to other people's and not understanding that we're driving a different vessel. Our vehicles are different. Our learning curves and what we need to are different. I heard what we wrestle with is different, okay? I'm a Hulk Hogan fan, and it's from really little, so every once in a while, guys, you're going to hear wrestling come in here. And what they're reminding me is Hogan and Warrior teaming up. There's this meme for silly, but it's like when you and your gym partner get back together, right? And it's like the Warrior and Hogan coming together. And it's, you may want to look it up. I can't do it justice. I'm not even going to try my Hulk voice, but I think that it's just really important here that everything changes, and even taking that as an example, rivalries and things like that, working together for a common goal, because obviously there's something in common here, right? Let's not put it on, and this could be, again, like if we're comparing our weight loss to someone else's, this could be saying, you know what, work together, free yourself of the people who may, because there's going to be people around you who, as you accomplish your goals, they're going to try and set you back because they haven't accomplished their goals. So they're a little bit jealous and may not know how to deal with this properly. So this is really going to just have to be like, you know what, moving beyond this illusion of fear as well, seeing past that as a projection. Not getting yourself down because, again, things aren't happening as fast. And this could have to do with really working together with someone. So I'm going to read this. I don't know if I did, but it says everything changes. And it blossoms, right? And it transforms, and it gets to explore new things. This butterfly. A soft light shines through my heart. It illuminates those around me and transforms everything. I focus and maintain a positive attitude in spite of all contradictions and difficulties I may see on the outer. I do not allow negativity to take control of me, but I remain a source of true joy. I feel myself, free myself of doubt, and am filled with pure light and the source of true happiness. So, what I want to say, I was reading that, and they were reminding me of a tarot reader I watch sometimes called JDS Tarot, Daddy, for any of you who watch him. I absolutely love him. I love his energy and his vibrancy. But one of the things that they were reminding me of is psychic attack, and something that Daddy says, I'll call him Daddy because that's what he calls himself, but anyway, something that he says when he calls in spirit is he's saying, you know, God protects me and God fights my battles, and no weapon formed in physical or in spirit against me shall prosper. I'm highly favored among the gods and against evil. Like, there might be more to it, but lately I've had to do that. I've had to really stop and remember God protects me and God fights my battles. And for some of you, this is important. What I'm hearing is psychic attack, and you see this creative power here. Give you a little bit of what has been happening to me, actually, because I think for some of you it may resonate, and this is why Spirit's telling me about it. I've been getting random my head will hurt. It's just like heavy, like all of a sudden, and it's right through in this third eye. I'll get like this massive draining headache, and I will also say I notice that my mood kind of gets rawry, and it's like sometimes it makes me feel really yucky. And lately, when it's been happening, I've said God protects me and God fights my battles, and no weapon formed against me in spirit or physical shall prosper, and it's like it dissipates. So for some of you, it's going to be really, really important to remember how powerful you are, to keep your thoughts high vibration, to remember again that, and they're coming right back here. So there's what I heard is deflection. Okay, and this is not, I'm going to ask that this energy be transmuted down through me, out through my feet, down to the earth's core with love, please. So Spirit's asking me right now, actually, and you may want to do it with me, but you can just skip this part. We're going to do 3 deep breaths in. And while we do this, we're going to call in white light. For some of you, you could see it as Reiki energy. You could see this as universal life force. That is what I'm feeling like we're going to call down in here, is this universal light, this white energy, to bring down the cleansing energy and power down through us. So with every breath, we're going to breathe in this love. We're going to breathe in this light. We're going to bring this white light down in through our crown and fill our body up with it. And what I'm asking too is with each breath in, we're going to hold it for, let's say, 3 seconds, and then we'll release it. We'll take another deep breath in, but we want to hold this at our heart, and throughout the end, hopefully what we're doing is releasing anything that is stagnant, okay? So if you guys want to take your shoes off, go ahead. If you don't want to, that's fine. I like to. Put your feet on the floor, close your eyes, open your arms, and I want you guys to just set your intention that you're open and willing to accept this from the universe, because if you're not, there's no point doing it. It can't help you, right? We need to be willing and open to accept this light. So let's take our first breath in, breathing in love and light and filling our crown, please, Spirit, with this beautiful cleansing white universal light. Help it to fill our body and help us to truly radiate love. And help us with our breath out to breathe out anything that is negative or inauthentic to our true being. And we ask that energy to transmute out into the world with love. Our second deep breath in. I want you guys to breathe in love, breathe in light, and imagine this light coming to your heart chakra, and take your hands and feel this power around your heart. Feel the love and strength that you possess within you. And I want you guys, as you breathe out, to imagine anything that blocks you from seeing this or harnessing this love and strength to start to dissipate and to be released out into the world with your breath space. And we ask again that it be transmuted with love and light. Our last deep breath in, I want you guys to see this white light coming down into your crown. And I saw yellow, almost golden Christed energy coming into the heart space. Breathing in love and light and golden, pure, healing energy, Christ light. Let's hold it here. And as we do this, imagining our whole body being surrounded in this yellow Christ light and this white healing energy swirling and merging together, shimmering. On our release from our breath, we'll ask that anything that steals that shimmer to be transmuted out into the world with love. I feel amazing after that. I hope that you do too. Let's get into some cards. So the bottom of the deck, when I picked this up, was the Ace of Swords in the reverse, but when I picked it up, the Hierophant stayed on the ground. For some of you, or on the table. For some of you, this is really being active in your spiritual practice. Because when we're feeling things like that, when we're engaging in lower energy vibrations or other people's projections or our worries about their thoughts on us, or when other people are literally pissed off at us because our light is too wonderful and gorgeous for them, and they could have a lot of hate or brewing towards us, when that energy comes to us, it makes us feel like shit. So it may be really important just to be on such a high vibration that that energy can't even really get in through this filtered system. And hopefully you feel like that Christed and that pure energy has really energized your soul. So some cards flew and I picked them up because they didn't show themselves, but the Eight of Pentacles, it did show themselves. It came out like this. So you're working on something, keep building, keep working, because again, by October, I think that you're really going to see that coming into fruition. And it's, again, with, like I said, the Five of Swords that was here when I was pre-shuffling. It's like there's a change of thinking and you're really working on changing things for yourself. And I feel like you just have to know it's gonna pay off. So the cards that we have here is the Queen of Swords in the upright, in the reverse. You have the King of Cups in the reverse, we have the Eight of Swords here with the Six of Pentacles. Right away, what I heard with this Queen of Swords in the reverse was somebody could be a little bit manipulative. Or has been in the past, and this could be some of these what we need to be free of, right? Those people that are going to try and manipulate us, are going to try and block us from the truth, and what I heard is God's truth, but the truth for you. Those that try to mess with our head and get in the way of our self-love. What I heard as well is there's a manipulative power here, because with this King of Cups here, to me it's almost like a withholding of that love, or a withholding of energy. For some of us, this is childhood abandonment. This is wounding from childhood, okay? That is really, really time. There's 2 8s. We're ending cycles. And this is, again, changing the way we think, because the more we let go of this shit that's been holding us back, the more we put this work on ourselves and help doing things to create more inner light around us, the more we bring back balance and stability to our worlds. And that is really the best thing we can do in truth to be successful, is to bring ourselves into a much more balanced way of thinking as well as being. This could be material success for some of you. This could be money, especially with job, because you have the 8 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. This could be coming back into a much more stable financial position as well, or kind of you've climbed that corporate ladder. For some of you as well, what I heard is we have 8, so that would be August. With the 6 of Pentacles, there's June here as well. And what I heard is increments. You may start to see things kind of building up in increments, so just pay attention. Normally, I don't like to call out timelines, but Spirit's showing it to me, so I wanna tell you. So I'm gonna get some clarification, please, Spirit. Tell me more about this 8 of Pentacles. What's being worked on and built towards? The Wheel of Fortune's in the reverse. I'm going to get 2 more cards. So they're saying 3 cards to explain this Wheel of Fortune. So there's 1, the Page of Wands, and it actually fell in the 8 of Swords. It could be that whatever it is, so they give me these, whatever it is you're just not ready to put out there yet. You've been working on it, but it might have been in silence. And again, this could be because we're not feeling like it's good enough. Or again, too, somebody, because we did see the Ace of Swords in the reverse when the 8 of Pentacles was on the bottom too. This could also, to me, indicate somebody on your path who's kind of been stopping you, or a blockade. They show me the 9 of Pentacles here, the Fool in the reverse, the Knight of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Emperor in the reverse. So for some of you, what this means is it's just really not time yet. The only thing that was in the upright of all of those was the 9 of Pentacles, which I do see as good news because there's progression. But it could be with this, that again, this Emperor can be pretty controlling energy. You could feel like what could have you feeling controlled could be financial and money issues, because oftentimes if we don't have the money to, give ourselves, let's say, a bigger home, a better situation, a car, there's lots of different things that we may actually need money for, and feel like when we don't actually have those things, that we are kind of feeling a lack of control and freedom in our worlds. For some of you, that is where, with this, I think it's a hawk, it could be a falcon, but there's a messenger is what I heard here with this 9 of Pentacles as well. But this is being very clear-sighted because you've gone after what you've wanted, and this again goes back to that very beginning where consistency and small steps can get you pretty far. Whatever you're working on, this to me is news has got out, okay? You may not want, okay, I thought there was lipstick on my nose, it's not. But you may have tried to be quiet about this, but what I hear is that the right people are going to start seeing your growth, and they're going to start seeing what you've done, and you may be offered commitment. It may be in the term of jobs, maybe I don't see like hearts or anything like here, but I feel like this is also you going, commitment to yourself, that if there are people around you that have manipulated you, that have made you feel like you've lost your center, or the core of who you are, because there are those people who see us as wonderful and as a threat. And what I heard is you may have had someone who in the past has sought to destroy. This could be what I heard is sibling as well. Somebody who's just, when it came down to rivalry, could be, because to me, I heard deflection earlier too, like it feels a lot like somebody's deflected, and that's the kind of violence and abuse, I think, that we don't even always acknowledge either, that can happen. You're living with people, and if you do have someone around you, who's constantly putting you down, and I heard getting away with it, or things like that and making you feel bad, these are things that you've internalized as well, okay? So that may not resonate for you, but whatever it is that, I feel like you're going to get spirit nudges kind of right now, dreaming as well. Whatever you're feeling, let go of. If there's thoughts coming to you, ask yourself, are these helping me to build the world I'd like to see, or is this something that's coming so that I can feel it and work on releasing this energy so it's no longer holding me back? What I want to say is, before I talk about this dreaming card, for some of you, if you just did that breathing exercise with me, you may not have, and you may still have felt the energy come through. It's amazing how energy works. But what I want to say about that is that you may have some kind of purging to do. So you may want to drink a lot of water, just kind of help your body fuel it out. And just be aware if any thoughts or emotions come up for you that are ready to release. I feel like we may have done some pretty powerful work there, especially I felt the Jesus energy with that yellow light as well, okay? And two, with Reiki energy, I did a Reiki treatment like online, okay, with a girlfriend of mine, and it was amazing. She started doing her invocation to spirit to call in Reiki, and before she started, so I'm going to do my prayer now, and just before she did, my hands were on fire, and I felt this golden, beautiful energy all around my torso. And it was really, really beautiful because I've never been able to really see that energy before, and it's coming in. So for some of you, you may be getting kind of new upgrades as well, new powers, and just be really open to what those are and be willing to explore. So dreaming, Spirit's asking me to grab you a quick message from the book, but I think that it is asking us two things first before I even get in there. It's asking us to really pay attention to our desires and our daydreaming and where they're leading us, because this is helping point us to the truth of what we desire in this world, as well as you may be getting some serious, I heard telepathy, but messages from your dreams. So let's get dreaming. Pay attention to your dreams. Keep a notepad and pen by your bed so you can write it down. This daydreamer is saying there's a strong message in your dreams right now. Writing down your dreams can also help you decipher any hidden meanings. Both night dreams and daydreams can manifest into reality when you combine them with practical action. So if you're not remembering your dreams or not dreaming at all due to disturbed sleep patterns, in this case, avoid caffeine 3 hours before bed. Grounding as well. So it could be if you aren't dreaming and there's a lot of stuff happening, you could be getting anxiety as well. So that would keep you up. It's really important to do grounding exercises as well as exercise, because I find if we're not sleeping, you're not, there may be extra something you just need to do with your body to really wipe it out, right, to make it tired. So there was something else I was going to tell you with dreaming too, but I've lost it. So if it comes back, it comes back. So I'm going to let you with one last message before I go, guys. This was a little longer than I was planning, but these are the messages that needed to come through. So I have the Energy Oracle, and it came down with anxiety. So that's why it needed to come through here. Could be if you're having sleep disturbances, somebody you are connected with, and again, this could come down to that psychic attack or disturbance, is having a lot of anxiety about you at night, and this could actually be keeping you up. What I was going to say actually is, as well, is not just the caffeine, but if you're having trouble dreaming at night, try not eating after dinner. I found that when you get consistent with that, the dreams, our body's not spending so much time processing and trying to digest food, so you have more energy, and the dream space is open. So something to try. But again, they're bringing down here with this truth and reminding me that it's important for us to welcome the love of God and the power that will guide us towards our fullest shining radiance. Because you, my friend, are a shining star, and you have this power within you. You have this light within you, and it's time for you to shine that light better and brighter for yourself so you can illuminate the world around you, my friends. So that's the message I have. I love you all, and I hope it resonates. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.